Josh here. This is going to be the flight review of the Xtreme Productions 130 upgrades. Sorry I'm getting back to it a little bit late in the last video. I had mentioned that I would get back with a flight review, and I just really wanted to get a lot of time with these products, get a lot of flight time with them, to see how they wear, to see how they perform, to really get familiar with them, so I wasn't just coming out a day after I'd thrown them on the heli saying they're the greatest thing, because that really doesn't say much. So now that I've had about, say, maybe 50 cycles on each of these batteries, and probably around 75 flights on the Xtreme Productions products on the actual helicopter, you know, they're holding up excellent. The batteries, hands down, are far superior over stock. Even the 35C, which should be a fairly matched and actually heavier battery than the E-flite, outperforms the stock battery. The 65C, punch. That's all I can say, is it just has a huge amount of burst, and it almost makes this helicopter seem like it's flying on 3 cells. As soon as you slap it in there, you notice the immediate difference. The head speed is roaring over stock. The battery does seem to just do a lot, and after the 50 cycles that have been put on it, I haven't noticed any drop in performance in the slightest. A solid 3 minutes of hardcore 3D with this. Tick-tocks, loops, you know, pyro flips, everything, you know, doing fast accelerating, just high speed passes. Just it takes the worst, you know, high speed climb outs, anything it does. The 65C is just great. I do like the 65C a little bit more than the 35C, just for the punch, basically. I mean, you can really feel the 65C difference in the 65 compared to the 35. So that being said, the 65C is my favorite. The Xtreme Productions blades are awesome. They roll very well. The little cutouts in them make it real nice, so they do roll very well. It makes them real lightweight and agility. That's why they're the fast response blades. And they really do stand true to their name, being fast response. It really responds to your movements very fast over some other blades that I've felt. The difference is minute, but if you're really nitpicky, you can really feel a difference on how well it rolls, how tight it rolls, and how quick it responds. Center hub, actually, we'll go to the durability factor. I forgot, didn't mention that. You can see they do actually get a little stress mark right here. I see, yeah, there's a little stress mark right there. And they're not the most durable blades. They will actually break because they are cut out, but you sacrifice a little bit of durability for performance in most times, in most cases. So if you slam your helicopter a lot, then these blades may not be for you. You might want to check out the standard blades, which are actually solid and don't have the cutouts from Xtreme. Moving on to the center hub. The center hub, you can take it as you will. It's not really going to increase too much performance. I actually did notice, though, it did remove a little bit of the play that I had in my stock center hub. Did remove it. Gives you a couple of shims that you could throw in there, and it actually made this real nice and free moving and real tight. So I do like that, but my main reason for liking this is the fact that it's aluminum, and aluminum doesn't really break too easily, especially in a bulky center hub like this. You can see some scratches on there, and I actually took a pretty good crash with it, and it didn't break. And if you break your center hub, you end up getting a lot of play upwards, and a lot of torque can be lost, because when the gear spins the blades, this will twist a little bit, or the center hub will twist a little bit and give a little bit of slop there. So you don't want that. So a good solid aluminum hub, I think, is a very necessary upgrade, as well as the solid carbon main shaft from Xtreme. This will if you crack your main shaft, you rarely notice that it's cracked, because you can't really see the crack in the carbon. It's difficult because the carbon is actually laid long ways, so it's really minute to see it. So what you do to test that is you hold your main gear and twist your rotor hub, and if you feel any flex in there, you most likely have a cracked main shaft. So you pull the screw out of the center hub, and you'll see a split down the center. I don't have one to show right now because I've thrown them all away, but it actually does decrease your flight performance. You'll notice that power just may not be there. It may bog a little bit more in hard maneuvers. So the solid main shaft, in my opinion, is an awesome upgrade for durability as well as performance and over time. Well, let's see what's next. We've got the Xtreme Swash. Swash is really nice. As soon as I slap that swash on, I mean, it looks great. Obviously, the quality on it just looks amazing. but the bling factor as well. But it also felt really crisp as soon as I slapped that on. I really liked the cyclic response coming from it and felt really good. So the Xtreme Swash I really liked. The tail slider I also really liked because it is extremely durable. On the stock, as far as durability goes, the little pin that connects into the tail pitch lever or slider, or the what is it? The tail pitch. Going blank. Tail pitch control arm. We'll call it that for now. This little pin that slides in there actually breaks. So when that breaks, you're pretty much done. You can maybe put a little screw in there, which I've seen people do. They've actually put a real tiny screw inside their plastic one, but I don't recommend that at all, because if that fails in flight, you're not going to be a happy camper. This is held up to a lot of crashes I've had this in, and it's just held up great. Extremely solid. You can see that there's practically no slop. And I have my second 130 here to kind of compare. There's the Xtreme, here's the other brand, and here is Xtreme. So there is quite a big difference there if you really look at it, and it makes the tail feel really in charge. Really good feeling tail with that tail pitch slider on. Really smooth movement. I really like it. So with all that being said, Xtreme Productions products are actually working excellent. I'm really enjoying them. I hope to get the blade grips and a bunch of other stuff, so I'll be back with you guys with that video. So stay tuned.